25, call it the 26-yard line.
Twenty-six-yard line.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
Check, check. Watch the before.
Greystone, travel.
Record. Watch out.
Hey, Charlie.
54, right there. 54.
Five.
On first down, McDonald. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the fourth round back in 2010. What a steal.
Brings up second down.
Got it.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for second and 23. Back to throw. McDonald uncorks one for Davis. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Good.
Banjo. 45.
Off the play fake. McDonald. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Brett Kern now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Taken in at the 22. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over.
Wait, 20.
22 is the light. It's our time. Check 31.
Sugar.
On first and 10, here's Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
We are now.
He's coming.
Check it. Hey, Alpha.
To throw, it's Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
You've got plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check 43.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, team 6. Team 6. Go.
From the gun, McDonald. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On the set.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Topper! Hey, exit.
Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
Operating from the gun, McDonald. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jordan Whitehead there defensively.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Ready up.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. 5.
54.
Hey.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Squeeze, double.
To throw again, McDonald. Got a man, it's Brown. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Now. Hey, Foxtrot.
Check pass.
Get it.
From the gun, McDonald. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Ready?
On 4th down, McDonald.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. All day, baby. All day, all day. Check 26. Check 26.
Lead dribble. Lead dribble.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Brady to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and they can get on top of you in a heartbeat.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. You got 3 down.
Motion. Hey, go 66.
Throwing again. Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it, but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
72. Hey, let's go.
Mike 52. Let's go.
Now Brady. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
Rip. Let me two.
On first down, Brady. This one complete to Scott Miller. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. That time a slant, Brady in general on those quick hitters, he just releases the ball so fast.
He does, and he's so accurate, but most of the time he wins before the ball's even snapped by his pre-snap read. Finds out where the defense is and delivers it to the proper place.
Brady already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's first and 10. The second-year man from USC, this is Ronald Jones. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
He was brought down by Vic Beasley. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 28-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. 7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
Wait, that 53.
52. Let's go. Strong left. Strong left.
53 in now.
Hey, check. 3 down.
General West.
Patrick.
On second down, it's Jones. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Wait, that. Wait, 20.
52 right here. Cut. Check 99. Check 99.
Easy. Check it, reload.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
One back in the game. That's Jones. Second and goal.
Here we go.
They get it to him running left. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
This Titan defense, they just will not give in easily. Looking for another stop, third and goal. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with it?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Go, go. Go.
Check Mike 45. Tackles.
Leo.
36. Pick the edge.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. He's picked off at his own 47. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So after the INT, it's Brady. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo!
52. 52's the Mike. Watch the run. Mike 52. Regular.
To throw again, Brady. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
And on 2nd and goal, they decide to throw it again, and this result is even worse. They take a sack. On first down, it was simply an incomplete pass. Not a good first two plays, beginning with 1st and goal.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Sugar! Hey, check it!
Working from the gun, it's Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. Vic Beasley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
He's checking. Crash.
Greystone travel.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 35. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Joseph on for the extra point. And he's able to put it through. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Mark 52.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady, he finds his target. It's Evans. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Brady now, 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go. Check.
Shotgun now for Brady. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Vic Beasley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week. 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
52's the mark, boys. 52.
Here's Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They wound up getting nothing out of that 2nd down completion, so now here's 3rd and 10.
Hey, Charlie.
From the gun, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Wild Bill. Kill.
Recon, 132 fighter.
He's coming.
Hey, Sam off.
Watch the edge. Shoot.
Yes.
Reset.
You're out. Hey. High 7. Look at me. Door.
You got tight right there.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. So that'll back them up 5.
Let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Off play action. McDonald. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. 23 yards, the final tally. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half.
On the double. Topper.
Kill.
Run the ball.
Check 24, check 24.
Bam.
Kill.
Let's go.
Off the play fake. McDonald. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. JPP cruising in for the sack that time.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
I got you.
Hey, Alpha. 55, Ozzy.
I'm here all day. Go ahead.
No, 66.
Now Brady. Going up top for Miller. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scott Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Regular. Hey, team 6. Hey, 66.
Operating from the gun, Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Check 45 to Mike.
Get it.
Off play action. McDonald uncorks one for Davis. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, What have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
45. Mike, 45. Watch the slant. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. 45. Yep. Here it comes. Here it comes. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
Ready?
On third down, McDonald. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try?
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
You ready?
45 to Mike. Watch the pass. Check, 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 check.
80 weapons.
Check, 45.
Look at me. Zipper. Hey, Echo.
He don't know no better. 45, 45, 45.
Be driven. Be driven.
From the gun, McDonald, and caught by Henry. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 26. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Check. Check high.
General West.
Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Check, check. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
X3. 218. Chopper.
SOS. 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 Check 52.
Go. Go.
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Man, that's trash. That's trash. 45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Pick me up. Here we go. 45, 45.
Again, he'll drop the throw. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie linebacker from LSU, Devin White. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
No, 66. 61, matchbox lights.
Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
Ozzy.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Hey, Alabama. Hey, Wahoo. Hey.
From the 16, Brady. They'll find Miller. That's complete. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you?
72. Smooth. 72.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Flushed out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. This is Jones. An 8-yard gain, so that gets them halfway there. Now they're left with a 3rd and 8 more.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Rush in.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, Alabama.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a first down.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Nashville, it's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go. 49, check 49. Hey, alert 3.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, 66.
55.
When he hit.
Brady going to throw. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
This a quick pass to Davis. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Go! 22 jet bomber. 22 hit it.
Operating from the gun. McDonald. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, Delta.
45, Mike.
Go.
On 4th down, McDonald. And no, it's incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot.
Wait, set. 53.
You gonna see me in your nightmare, son. You gonna see me in your nightmare. Take 4.
Wait, he hit.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He completes this into the hands of Miller. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Bravo.
Get that quarterback. Switch. Check. 55 to Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And his pass incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10.
6-6. Pull it high. 53. Land now.
Check.
Cover.
Throwing again. Brady. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
52's the Mike.
Hey, 166.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Launches from the upright. It's no good. Wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the fourth.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
Hey, Charlie! Hey! Shoot!
2nd and 6. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Credit the sack to Vita Vea. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go deep, tighten up. Let's go deep.
Go!
Begin.
Get it!
Looking to throw. McDonald. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Jim.
Ready!
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Alpha!
Push him back. 45.
Please grip.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A big play there. 53 yards as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Those are the types of plays in these moments they were hoping for from this young rookie, able to put him up here in the 4th quarter.
How about the kid? You just mentioned it, the 4th quarter. This is when you have to make those winning plays. That's what he just did. Doesn't ensure anything, but he certainly gave his team a heck of a chance, didn't he?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Vic Beasley in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Hey, team 6. Hey, check it.
Watch out.
Alpha!
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Brady to throw. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Go. Hey, exit. You draw Porter. Hey, rock it. Rock it. You. Hey, lock it.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Five. Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike. Hey, keep it.
Five.
They'll look to throw. Steps up, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Hey, box drop. Yeah. 45. Look, squeeze. Let's go.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
It's now 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Get that ball. 45 to Mike. Hey, let's get in that hole. 45 to Mike. Rip right.
Hard.
Check nickel. Shit.
On 4th down, McDonald. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Brady on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Titans' 6-yard line. Today's final score, Buccaneers.
So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And to the surprise of exactly nobody that watched this game, it was the 40-something-year-old Tom Brady again that led the way.
And do you get the sense that if we're fortunate enough to be around, you might be saying, and to the surprise of no one, it was a 50-something-year-old Tom Brady who led his team to victory.
If he is still playing at 50, that's the greatest accomplishment in the history of sports.
I believe that if he decided to still play